Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Accent Podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake. Thanks for joining us today.
We're so excited about today's topic. It's something simple but extremely powerful. 10 things you must work on every single day.
These are habits that don't take hours, but they can completely change your mindset, your progress, and your life.
Exactly. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just someone trying to be better, this episode is for you. So let's dive right in.
First up is your mindset. Everything begins in your mind. The way you think affects everything you do.
So true. If you start the day with negative thoughts, it's like putting a gray cloud over everything else.
That's why I try to start each day with gratitude. Just 3 things I'm thankful for. It sets the tone.
I do affirmations. I say things like, I am focused, I am growing, I am enough.
That's powerful. Positive self-talk is not cheesy. It's necessary.
Mindset is like the software of your life. If you update it daily, your system runs better.
And when your mindset is right, you feel stronger emotionally, mentally, and even physically.
Exactly. So ask yourself each morning, what kind of mindset do I want to carry today?
What beliefs are holding me back? Sometimes we don't realize how our thoughts limit us.
I used to believe I wasn't a morning person. It kept me from making the most of my day.
Same. Changing that belief changed my mornings.
You attract what you believe. So, if you believe in progress, you create it.
Your thoughts shape your actions. Your actions shape your reality.
One helpful habit? Journaling. I write one positive thought every morning.
I list my small wins from the day before, even simple ones.
It builds momentum. Your brain looks for success.
Mindset isn't about ignoring problems. It's about choosing how to face them.
Strong mindset. Calm mind under pressure.
I like to remind myself, not every thought is true.
Yes, some are old stories we keep repeating.
We can rewrite them. It starts with awareness.
Each day ask, is this thought helpful?
If not, replace it with one that lifts you.
It could be as simple as, I can handle this.
Exactly. Choose thoughts that move you forward.
Mindset is a habit, not a switch.
Train it daily, just like a muscle.
And it gets stronger with use.
Protect your mind. Feed it well.
Limit the negative input. Increase what inspires you.
And remember, it's your mindset. You are the gatekeeper.
So choose thoughts that build you, not break you.
Start today. One thought at a time. Because a better mindset leads to a better day.
Because a better mindset leads to a better day.
Next up is your health, one of the most important things to care for every day.
Absolutely. If your body isn't functioning well, everything else becomes harder.
And it doesn't require hours in the gym. A short walk, a few stretches, or even standing up every hour can make a difference.
I like to begin the day with a glass of water and some light movement. It wakes me up and helps me feel grounded.
I do the same. Also, eating well plays a big role. Food is fuel. What you put in affects your energy and mood.
I used to skip breakfast or just grab coffee, but I realized my brain worked much better when I had something nutritious.
Same here. Sleep is another big one. Without enough rest, your body can't recover and your mind gets foggy.
People underestimate the power of a full night's sleep. I aim for 7 to 8 hours, and I protect that time like gold.
I also journal at night to clear my mind. It helps me sleep better.
Don't forget hydration either. Most of us are more dehydrated than we realize.
Carrying a reusable water bottle helps me remember to drink throughout the day.
And mental health matters just as much as physical health. Take 5 minutes to breathe deeply or sit in silence.
I use a meditation app. It helps me stay calm during stressful days.
I walk without headphones sometimes. Just listening to nature, breathing, noticing the world.
That sounds peaceful. Also, reducing screen time before bed improves sleep and helps your brain slow down.
Totally. No more scrolling late at night. I now read a book or stretch instead.
Small choices like that build strong habits. You don't have to be extreme, just consistent.
That's the key. Consistency. Even 10 minutes a day for your health adds up fast.
And remember, your health isn't selfish. Taking care of yourself allows you to show up better for others.
Exactly. A healthy you is a more present, loving, and focused you.
So whatever your schedule looks like, make time for your health every single day.
Now let's talk about goals. Exactly. I used to write goals at the beginning of the year, then forget them by February. Setting goals is one thing, but staying connected to them daily is where the magic happens.
Exactly. I used to write goals at the beginning of the year, then forget them by February.
Been there. That's why I started reviewing my goals every morning. It takes less than 5 minutes, but it keeps me aligned.
Even just reading over your goals daily reminds your brain, this is what we care about.
Yes. Your brain starts to notice opportunities that align with your goals.
Like when you buy a red car and suddenly you see red cars everywhere.
Exactly. It's called the reticular activating system. You train your mind to focus on what matters.
I break my big goals into small weekly actions. That way, I don't feel overwhelmed.
I do something similar. Every Sunday, I pick 3 focus points for the week.
Small steps add up. You don't need to leap, you just need to move.
Progress is powerful. It builds confidence.
And when you track it, even tiny wins feel motivating.
I keep a checklist. I love ticking boxes.
Same here. It makes goals feel real and doable.
And don't forget to review what's not working. It's okay to adjust or drop a goal that no longer serves you.
Yes, flexibility is smart, not weak.
One more thing. I visualize my goals as already done. I imagine the feeling of completing them.
That's a great trick. It helps your brain believe it's possible.
Because if you don't believe in your goal, you won't take action.
So true. And goals don't have to be big. Daily goals like read 10 pages or call my mom matter too.
Consistency over intensity. Small daily actions beat big bursts once a month.
So if you're listening today, write your goals down, review them each morning. Take one step, just one.
And if you miss a day, it's okay. Start again tomorrow.
Because progress is a direction, not perfection.
And the clearer you are with your goals, the easier it becomes to say yes to the right things and no to distractions.
Let your goals guide your time, your choices, your energy.
Every day is a new chance to get one step closer.
So, what's your next small step? Next on our list is time. Because time is life. How we use it determines everything.
Absolutely. You can't get more time, but you can learn to use it better.
One thing that helped me is tracking my time for a week. It was eye-opening.
Same here. I realized I was spending way too much time scrolling without meaning to.
Yes, time leaks are real. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, they add up.
So now I use a timer. I work in focused blocks, then take short breaks.
That's called the Pomodoro technique. I love it. 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off.
It really helps me stay focused. I also plan my top 3 tasks the night before.
That way, you wake up with purpose. You don't waste time figuring out where to start.
I also schedule time for rest. If it's not in my calendar, I forget to take breaks.
Smart. Breaks are essential for energy and clarity.
Sometimes doing nothing is productive. We need recovery time too.
I've also started saying no to things that aren't aligned with my values or goals.
That's a big one. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else.
Exactly. Guarding your time is a form of self-respect.
And having routines helps too. Morning and evening routines save decision-making energy.
Yes. The less you have to think about small stuff, the more space you have for what matters.
I even have theme days like Monday is for meetings, Friday for creative work.
That's genius. It creates rhythm and structure without being too rigid.
Time is also emotional. When I feel overwhelmed, I often think I don't have enough time.
Yes, but usually it's not a lack of time. It's a lack of clarity.
Exactly. That's why I pause and ask, what actually matters today?
That one question can save hours of stress.
And don't forget the power of small time pockets, like 5 minutes while waiting in line.
I use those to breathe, review my goals, or listen to something uplifting.
So true. Time is precious. Let's treat it like the treasure it is.
Spend it wisely, spend it intentionally, spend it like it matters because it does.
Next up, communication. It's something we all do, but not always consciously.
Right. And clear, kind communication can completely change your relationships.
I've learned that how you say something matters just as much as what you say.
Tone, timing, and body language. They all speak louder than words.
That's why I try to pause before responding, especially in emotional situations.
Same here. A short pause can stop a long argument.
Listening is just as important as speaking. Sometimes we listen to reply, not to understand.
So true. I try to listen with the goal of making the other person feel heard.
And asking good questions shows you care.
Exactly. Tell me more about that can open doors in a conversation.
I also try to express appreciation more. Thank you goes a long way.
Gratitude makes conversations warmer. People feel valued.
And when conflicts happen, I use I statements. Like, I feel upset when, instead of blaming.
That's a great technique. It keeps the conversation constructive.
Also, being honest doesn't mean being harsh. You can be direct and still be gentle.
Yes, kind honesty builds trust. Brutal honesty often breaks it.
And with technology, texting and emailing clearly is more important than ever.
True. Tone gets lost in text, so I try to double-check before hitting send.
A simple emoji or please can make a huge difference.
So can reading your message out loud before sending it. It helps spot anything that might be misunderstood.
Communication is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice.
Exactly. Speak with intention. Listen with presence. Respond with care.
If you work on your communication every day, your relationships will transform.
And not just with others, with yourself too. Your inner dialogue matters. Yes. Self-talk is still communication. Make sure it's supportive.
Yes, self-talk is still communication. Make sure it's supportive.
Because how you speak to yourself shapes how you speak to the world.
So true. So today, let's practice speaking truthfully, kindly, and with real presence.
That's a powerful way to grow one conversation at a time.
Now let's talk about learning. It's one of my favorite habits to practice daily.
Mine too. And the best part is, you don't need a classroom to keep learning.
Exactly. Every day is a chance to grow. Read a page, watch a TED Talk, listen to a podcast.
I try to learn something small every day. Even 5 minutes of new information makes a difference over time.
And learning doesn't have to be academic. You can learn about yourself, about people, about the world.
Right. I learn a lot just by observing. Watching how people solve problems or react under pressure.
Learning from your experiences is powerful because reflection is one of the greatest teachers.
Absolutely. After every project, I ask, what worked? What didn't? What can I do better next time?
Curiosity is a superpower. When you stay curious, life stays interesting.
It keeps your mind open. Instead of judging, you wonder. That creates space for growth.
Sometimes I write down one thing I learned at the end of the day. It helps me stay aware.
That's a great habit. I do something similar. When I read a good quote, I jot it down in my notes app.
Lately, I've been learning through conversations too. Everyone has something to teach you.
So true. I've learned incredible lessons from people in the most unexpected places.
And learning a new skill, even slowly, is so rewarding. I'm trying to cook new recipes lately.
Nice. I've been learning basic Spanish with an app. Just 10 minutes a day, but it adds up.
It's not about speed. It's about consistency.
Exactly. A little every day beats a lot once in a while.
And the more you learn, the more confident you feel. It's like adding tools to your toolkit.
Learning also keeps you humble. The more I learn, the more I realize there's so much I don't know.
Yes. And that mindset leads to better conversations, better decisions, better growth.
So, what's something new you're learning this week?
I'm diving into a book on emotional intelligence. You?
I'm exploring time management techniques. Always trying to level up.
Love that. So to everyone listening, read, listen, ask, observe. Learn a little every day.
Your future self will thank you for it. Let's move to discipline. I think this is one of the most important qualities to build.
Absolutely. Discipline is what helps you do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it.
Exactly. Motivation can come and go, but discipline stays if you train it.
I used to wait until I felt ready. But the truth is, we rarely feel ready. We just have to start.
That's so true. One small action can trigger momentum.
I've learned to do the hard things first. The longer I delay, the harder they feel.
Me too. I call it swallowing the frog. Do the tough task early, and the rest of the day feels easier.
And when I finish something I didn't want to do, it boosts my confidence like nothing else.
Because it proves to yourself that you're stronger than your excuses.
Exactly. Discipline builds self-respect.
One habit I use is setting a timer just 10 or 15 minutes. I commit to starting. Most of the time, I keep going.
That's a smart trick. Getting started is often the hardest part.
I also have non-negotiables. Little habits I stick to no matter what. Like journaling at night or stretching every morning.
Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up again and again, even after failing.
Yes, miss one day? Okay, just don't miss 2 in a row.
That one mindset has helped me stay on track. Forgive quickly, restart immediately.
And reward yourself. Celebrating small wins helps the brain link discipline with positive outcomes.
Totally. I'll light a candle, play a favorite song, or just say good job to myself.
Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
And you don't have to be born with it. Anyone can train it.
Exactly. Start with one small habit. Keep your promise to yourself. Then build from there.
Discipline creates freedom. When I'm consistent, I feel in control of my life.
Same. It removes mental clutter because I already know what to do next.
So, to everyone listening, start small. Pick one action. Stick to it. Let discipline become your daily strength.
Because when you train discipline, you train yourself to win even when it's hard.
Let's talk about money now. It's one of those topics we all deal with, but don't always talk about openly.
Right. And yet, how we manage our money impacts nearly every area of our life.
One of the best habits I've developed is checking my accounts every morning. Just 5 minutes. Awareness creates control.
Same here. I do a quick review what came in, what went out, and what's coming up.
Even if it's uncomfortable, I face it. Avoiding money stress only makes it worse.
Exactly. Money clarity reduces anxiety. It helps you plan instead of panic.
I also track my spending. It's amazing how those small daily purchases add up.
Oh yes, the $5 coffees, random online buys. They seem small, but they're sneaky.
Once I started tracking, I saw where I could save without even feeling deprived.
That's key. Spending should match your values, not just your impulses.
I've started asking, is this helping the future me or just pleasing the now me?
Love that. It's about choosing long-term peace over short-term pleasure.
Also, I've automated my savings. It's like paying myself first.
That changed everything for me too. Even if it's a small amount, it adds up.
And I try to learn about money, just like any other skill. Podcasts, books, free courses, it's all out there.
Yes, financial literacy is freedom. The more you know, the more confident you feel.
And the better choices you make. I used to avoid budgeting. Now I see it as a tool, not a punishment.
Same. Budgeting gives me freedom. It tells my money where to go instead of wondering where it went.
I also try to talk about money more openly with my partner, family, even friends.
That's powerful. Honest money talks build trust and shared goals.
So, if you're listening, take a few minutes every day. Look at your numbers. Reflect. Learn. Adjust.
Your future self will thank you. Money managed daily becomes money that works for you.
Now, number 9, purpose. This one's deep, but so important.
Absolutely. Purpose gives meaning to what we do. Without it, we're just going through the motions.
When you know why you're doing something, even hard days make sense.
It gives you fuel, direction, something to come back to when things get tough.
Purpose doesn't have to be huge either. It can be as simple as, I want to help people, or I want to be a present parent.
Right. It's not about having a grand mission. It's about knowing what matters most to you.
And we have to reconnect with our purpose daily. It's easy to forget in the chaos.
I write mine at the top of my journal every morning. Today, I live with purpose.
That's powerful. I often ask myself, is what I'm doing today aligned with who I want to be?
That one question can shift everything, from procrastinating to prioritizing.
When you act with purpose, your energy changes. People can feel it.
Totally. You become magnetic because you're moving with clarity.
Even routines feel different when purpose is present.
It also helps you say no. If something doesn't fit your purpose, you can let it go without guilt.
Yes. Purpose is like an inner compass. You don't always know every step, but you know the direction.
And it evolves too. What gave me purpose at 20 is different from what fuels me now.
That's okay. Growth changes purpose. And that's beautiful.
So if you feel lost, don't panic. Just start small. Ask, what lights me up?
Follow the spark. Over time, it becomes a flame, then a fire.
And that fire will carry you through the hard seasons.
Because when you know your why, you can survive almost anyhow.
Exactly. So reflect on your purpose. Write it, speak it, live it.
It's not about being perfect. It's about being aligned.
And purpose practice daily creates a life that feels meaningful, not just busy.
To everyone listening, your purpose matters. You matter. Keep showing up for it.
And finally, attitude. It colors every experience.
It really does. 2 people can go through the same situation and have completely different outcomes because of their attitude.
Exactly. A positive attitude doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means choosing how you show up.
Yes. It's about resilience, not fake smiles. It's believing you can get through things and learn from them.
And being open. Curious instead of judgmental. Calm instead of reactive.
One thing I've learned, your attitude shapes your energy, and your energy shapes your day.
When I start the day with gratitude or even a deep breath, it changes how I handle everything.
Same here. I try to start with a simple, "Today is a gift." It sets the tone.
I also check my self-talk. If I catch myself saying, "This is too hard," I reframe it. This is a chance to grow.
That's powerful. Our inner voice can either lift us up or hold us back.
Exactly, and attitude is contagious. If you're calm and kind, others mirror that.
Which means improving your attitude doesn't just change your day. It changes other people's too.
I love that. And you don't need to be perfect, just intentional.
Yes, I have tough days like everyone else. But I try to ask, what's the lesson here?
That's the growth mindset. Life isn't always easy, but it's always teaching us.
So true. And if you fall into negativity, you can always reset. One breath, one kind word, one small shift.
Exactly. Attitude is a choice we get to make again and again.
So to everyone listening, protect your attitude, train it, choose it, let it guide your actions.
Because with the right attitude, even the hardest days can turn into powerful turning points.
You're stronger than your bad mood, bigger than your frustration, and more capable than your doubt.
So show up with heart, with humility, with hope.
And let your attitude be your superpower every single day. And that's it, 10 powerful things to work on every single day.
They're not big things, but when you do them consistently, your life transforms.
So let's do a quick recap. Mindset, health, goals, time, communication, learning, discipline, money, purpose, attitude.
Which one stood out to you the most today? Let us know. And remember, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent.
Thanks for listening to Accent Podcast. Please subscribe, share, and leave us a review if you enjoyed this episode.
And remember, pick one habit. Start today and keep showing up.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep becoming your best self.
Take care, and we'll see you soon.